Not really though. I disagree.
In some sports, again, because we could talk about now, like
what sports?
Like track and field and stuff like that. Women killing it. Swimming. In high school is different. Even okay, never mind. And a lot of like
Swimming's still guys. Like you look at Olympics, who knows a female Olympic swimmer?
True, but I don't know. Okay, you're right. It makes sense though because like you're talking about like for instance like basketball, right?
Yeah.
How much we support the men's basketball team versus the women.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to sports, it's like I think it's just genetics. Like it always comes down to genetics because they're able to perform. I may shoot me now, but they just perform at a higher level in a position girls just can't. It's not their fault. It's just how they're made and how their just body's different. They can't perform at the level.
I think also too, it's just how we perceive women to be. Like we don't want them to be so aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like think about UFC fighting, right? Like how I catch myself. I'm like, damn, like girl, like I don't want you to hurt another woman. Like stop. But then you see a man, you're like, oh, kill that bro, kill him. Like
I think female UFC fight is different. It's because you're not used to it. But I don't think it's like, oh my god. Because those girls don't look like girls.
And that's what freaks me out too. Because okay, Ronda Rousey for instance, right? When she get done up, she be getting done up, right? Right. So when I see that and I see her in the ring, I'm like, oh, like don't get it, like you don't mess your face up, girl. Like you're too pretty for this. Like so, it can get to the point where it's like for men and women, we like want women to be in certain sports because like. To like how we did Powder Puff, right? Mm-hmm. We can't put girls in regular pants, and so we got to put them in like lingerie to still make them pretty,
right? Because that sells. I also want to really watch female football. Why? Because they can't perform at the same level as guys can. Like, take example. All right, this is gonna probably get a lot of hate. Female women's basketball is poor. Like they are negative money. The males NBA actually pays for females volleyball because if the males NBA did not pay for it, they would not make. They provide. they support women's basketball.
You're saying it's more like a physicality thing.
I think so. If girls can perform, I don't think it's because it's a girl. Like, oh, we don't want them to do well. I think it's because they can't perform at the same level as guys can.
Different. I think they're genetically built differently.
Yeah. That's all it really comes down to.
But what do you say about the women who are able to perform as well as the men? You know what I'm saying? A lot of athletes.
Like who?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like just athletes, period.
If you take the top, like the top like man's basketball player, and you take the top women's basketball, that women would still be like top, like below top 100 in males. Like that just doesn't. They just don't compete. Like if you look at, for example, that famous tennis match between the guy and the girl, the guy crushed her. Like the top women's tennis player, and she played like some guy who wasn't even like a top tennis player, and the guy destroyed her.
I was thinking more so, you had a very good point, but I was thinking more so at qualifying.
Well, even like, look at any other sport, like swimming. Guys destroy girls in swimming. It's because genetics. It's not because like, oh, girls are like, should be like, sit down in place and that's like their role. It's just, unfortunately, just genetics play a part.
That estrogen be doing something.
Well, I mean, it's like, if you look in like, through time, like, guys in like, past like, not even just currently past, they were the hunters, they're the gatherers because they're faster, quicker, stronger. That's not because like girls couldn't do it. I'm sure some girls did it, but the girls just had other strengths than guys. So like,
I can support that.
Valid point.
I support that.
I don't think it's like oh, girls can't do it. I just think guys just unfortunately, wherever's more profitable, they're gonna go with. So guys are much more profitable. They're gonna be the ones you see everywhere because they're the ones bringing the money. I mean, girls soccer actually does pretty well, but not as the level as guys soccer.
What about flipping it? So going towards more like dance, right?
That's all girls.
Exactly. But when men get into it, it like changes.
It's like it's like feminizing. I don't know, because when girls, it's like dance is more like a beautiful, like elegant, and you don't think as a guy as a beautiful and elegant.
Yeah.
Like.
But it's that gender of what we perceive men to be, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember I was watching, it was a Facebook video. And this 11-year-old boy, he does dance, right? He's ballet. Mm-hmm. And they're like asking, like, oh, do you get made fun of all the time? They're like, yeah, because they say this is a women's sport. But it's like, why can't I do it when I like the same? Like, if she likes it, like, or she loves it, like, why can't I love it as well? But based on my gender, it's perceived differently. Exactly. And so it changes.
I mean, that's it. I guess I don't know if you really consider dance a sport, but
That's another question right there.
That's part series.
I mean,
part
two. Sure, that's fine. But then,
I say yes, it is, bro.
Right, that's fine.
How you dance for real? Like that
guess
shit.
That's fine.
That's why we see like football players like they do like ballet and all that for like agility and all that great stuff. They be struggling because it's not easy. You can't just be like,
oh, I don't know. Sports so like
jump on this bar.
Now.
Right.
You know, everything like playing video games is a sport now.
It is.
So it's like sports is so vague.
No fingers,
like
though.
Everything is just a sport. I don't know.
Digits.
I think it's fun calling it a sport, but it's competitive, I guess.
And there's a lot of physicality too.
Yeah,
right?
there is. But if you want to play like everything that's
in some
physical.
dances.
Oh, let's talk about games.
Oh no,
like,
we're talking about dancing.
It's just more so muscle memory and reaction time.
But I think if a girl can you have like a girl like a soccer player, and she was able to if girls were able to provide the same skill level and the same skills as that top guy can, then girls would be just as successful.
Everybody had a different.
They'd be just as successful.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Very good perspective. Alrighty. So our last question is going to be: do you guys feel like gender roles are necessary, or they are like harmful to society right now?
I think it's like I don't know, both. I don't think they're really super harmful to a degree. I think it's harmful to the point where it's like, oh, girls can't do this because you're a girl, or guys can't do that.
I feel like I'm gonna be that person not give an answer, but I'm gonna give an understanding because I feel like in America, or just people in general, we have to label in order for us to really understand and to really feel good and just more so pretty okay, like just be like okay, like I'm okay, like this makes sense now. We have to label things, and so with that being said, we have to put labels on everything in order to be like, all right, this makes sense. Like, yeah.
Right.
And with that being said, for general, I feel like we have to have those because if we don't, it's just I feel like it does create a sense of chaos because it's more.
People need like roles. People need jobs.
Yeah.
People need to feel like they.
It's just more organized in a sense. And is it wrong? Is it good or bad? It's up to the interpreter.
Well, it's like also too like if you look through the history of mankind, across all cultures, generally guys have the same roles and girls have the same roles.
I just feel like
anywhere from like in China to the Middle East to the United States to South America, anywhere like generally guys and girls have the same roles without even communicating with each other. Because that makes the psychology, genetics. If you want to go back into that, but I feel it's just more so. And then
general goes more back into like the social norms. What's expected socially, and so again, posing a question: how would you feel if, how would you feel if, like, for instance, girl gets done up and a guy puts on makeup and everything like that too? They're gonna be like, "What is going on here?" Like, it happens, and it's like personally for me, I was like, just do you, if you whatever you want to do, that's what you want to do. But again, if you can't do the same thing, if you like go to a job, right, or if, like want to be a doctor, and you see like your male doctor dressed as a woman, 9 times out of 10, the patient will look at him like, I don't want to get care for you. You know what I'm saying? Is that right? It's not, but it's kind of like, again, it gets real sticky because at the end of the day, it's like we want to we shouldn't have gender roles, but at the same time, we're all hypocrites in our own way.
And it's so ingrained in us. I feel like it's gonna be.
If we were ever to not, I'm saying it really is guys. If we were able to not have gender roles, even we had a great discussion in one of my classes where you have to. Okay, well that's just more so. You're getting more genetic about between male and female, right?
Guys have strengths that girls don't have, and girls have strengths that guys
exactly.
don't have. So they fit those positions that guys can't do. And
genetically, we have to have gender roles in a sense because genetically, some genders, like for instance, testosterone, estrogen, right? A high amount of testosterone creates me to have a deep voice, facial hair,
right?
And so, women, majority of women have estrogen, which makes them into what they are, right?
Right.
Okay, and then so that being said, it's like those generals reflect based off what the qualities we see. So we expect women to be, soft and all that based off like hormones, so they do, right? Our hormones don't make us soft. We get rid, facial hairs,
strong, bigger muscles,
right? Yeah. And so just based off genetically, that's kind of like how generals are, acquired. So it's like saying, are they loud? I mean. It's sticky because, it's what's my genetic?
Yeah.
And then some people change genetics, so it's like, yeah. So it gets really hard to say if it's right or wrong because I feel like that's still, we don't know. It's a gray area.
Yeah.
It can't be black or white for me.
But then the second part is if it's harmful.
Yeah. Do you guys feel
I
like
think
it's
some of them
harmful?
can be harmful, like we were just talking about.
Yeah.
We just label someone like, oh, you can't do that because you're a
Girl
guy or girl.
guy, right?
Yeah.
And then some cultures like much more dangerous just being a certain gender.
Like even like some other cultures where it's like, you know, a woman, or for us, one being in the military.
Mm-hmm.
How long that took for that to happen, and
Right.
we still are like
Even
a
then.
little kind of like we don't still know how to really feel good about it, you know.
Yeah.
And so it goes back again. Is it right or wrong? It's hard because it can be black and white in certain situations, but most of the time it's gray.
I don't think it's something that we can pin as either right or
Right.
wrong. Either.
It's just like situational.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just something that I think is going to be evolving as we go on.
We'll see how we feel.
Right.
Right.
In another
See
10
where we're
years.
at in like
Right.
20 years.
Right. Agreed.
Girls can just be everything.
And man, like
Men are just
honestly,
there,
I feel like again, it's going back into
yeah, this guy's really place for robots. We don't need you anymore.
it's changing like what we perceive words to be. Like, you know, that's TV, right?
Yeah.
But then the way I feel like our society's going, it's kind of like saying you are what you want to be.
Yeah.
And so
That's dangerous.
it is dangerous because at the end of the day, we're like, it can get to this point, and I don't want to be, you know, be offensive, but like, you know, but we like somebody says that's a tree, like no, that's a giant bush, and then like
Right.
how you know they're wrong, like
Right.
at the end of the day, because it's like we're the labels again.
Mhm.
It's like we're just so not worried about labels. Anything can be anything.
Yeah.
And is that okay? Is that all right?
That's the question.
Exactly. I don't know.
We'll see.
Exactly.
Good
So,
way to end it.
Right.
Thank you guys.
Of course.
Again, thank you, Chris and Josh, for doing this interview with me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Till next time.
Till next time. Yeah.